Goldberg recently said that he's got the date of his final match, which will be this year. Now, Goldberg is approaching 60 years old. He's not 60 yet, but he's not there yet, but he's getting there. And right now he's trying to get in the best physical condition he can get into so that he could be the Goldberg that everybody remembered, all the way back in 1997, 1998, when he was lighting the wrestling world on fire. He's been having injuries, training for this thing. He said he was eating like 8 meals a day to try to get up to the weight that he used to be, but he had to alter his diet because it was just not working. And, this is becoming sort of a common thing. Like when wrestlers are nearing the end of their careers, everything just starts falling apart. And John Cena himself said the reason why he's having his retirement tour this year is because he knows he's a step too slow in the ring. And if you've watched his matches, he cannot wrestle right now. A lot of people think that he never was able to wrestle, but he really can't wrestle now. He is so limited in the ring now. And I'm sure Goldberg feels the same way, like the wheels are about to fall off. I'm sure Batista felt that way when he had his final match with Triple H, and that match really sucked. I wish people would retire before they fall apart. Like Shawn Michaels retired at WrestleMania in the main event against Undertaker when he was still at the peak of his abilities. Trish Stratus retired 2006 in Toronto, Canada, against Lita, her greatest opponent. She had the picture perfect ending. Of course, Trish and Shawn Michaels went on to have other matches after their retirement match. See, so they messed it up. But that's the thing. It's I like the fact that Cena knows that, he's done. But if he knew he was done, Cena should have just had one match, not this whole year's worth of terrible matches that we have to watch. Now, Goldberg, he's doing the one match thing. We're going to get one match out of him, that's it. Now, a lot of people think it's going to be maybe Saturday night's main event, which I think is going to take place in Atlanta. That's a big city for Goldberg for a variety of reasons. He won the WCW world title there. He played football there. And that would be the perfect place to do it. Whenever they're in Georgia, anywhere near Atlanta, that's where Goldberg should have his last match. Now, who's it going to be against? That's the question. I think a lot of people think it's going to be Gunther because Gunther had a segment with him at some point and was kind of disrespectful to him. And, within the story, not in real life, just within the story. And it might be him. I could see that happening. And I really don't know who else would it be. Maybe Braun Breaker. I mean, another power wrestler like that. A lot of people compare Braun Breaker to Goldberg. I could see that happening. I could totally see that happening. But let's say it's Gunther, right? Because Gunther's already been world champion. He's a major star in the WWE. He's got a bright future ahead of him. But here's the question. I mean, do you really have Goldberg lose this match? I mean, especially in Atlanta. I don't think you're going to have him lose in Atlanta. I mean, that's always the question. Are they going to lose their final match? Now, Shawn Michaels lost his first retirement match against The Undertaker. He lost that one. Trish Stratus actually won her retirement match when it was in Canada, which was surprising. I'm always surprised if somebody wins their retirement match. But with Goldberg, I kind of expect him to win his retirement match because the guy was known for having this unbelievable win streak. He was just a monster, dominating everybody. Everybody likes to see Goldberg win. Everybody wants to see Goldberg demolish people. And if you have him face Gunther, who's this heel who is so disrespectful to his opponents and condescending and insulting, you're going to want to see Goldberg rip this guy apart. I mean, absolutely spear him through the barricade or something. You want to see that. And unfortunately, they haven't been protecting Gunther that well, which boggles the mind. For example, Gunther lost to Sami Zayn last year at WrestleMania. Clean. He lost clean. He loses to Jey Uso at WrestleMania this year. Clean. He beats Damian Priest for the world title at SummerSlam last year. but only with interference, only with help. You see, he's kind of booked in a weak way, which is strange because, like, of all the people who should be booked strong, Gunther's the guy who should be booked strong. Especially the way he lost to Jey Uso at WrestleMania, tapping out. Ooh. So they haven't been protecting Gunther, and I don't know, feeding him to Goldberg is probably not the best idea. That's really gonna, just make him look weak again. But honestly, I can't see any other way. Because if you do like a little mini feud with Goldberg and Gunther, it's gotta be with Gunther losing. And I could totally see Goldberg's son getting involved. Goldberg's son is a heck of an athlete now. So he could get involved and maybe help his dad win his final match, which I totally think they're going to do. Goldberg loves his son. He wants to get his son involved with things. So that could protect Gunther there. Like if Gunther faces Goldberg, or whoever faces Goldberg, if Goldberg wins with the help of his son, I think that's totally cool. And I think that's the way they should do it. Do it in Atlanta, Georgia. Have Gage Goldberg help his father, Bill Goldberg, win the match. And so Goldberg can go off into the sunset with a victory, with the help of his son, in his hometown. I don't know if it's his hometown, but it's wherever, Atlanta is his place. That's where his biggest fan base is. Yeah, I think that's the way to do it. And so whoever it is has to lose. And it's looking like Gunther. And I could totally see this coming Monday when Gunther gets his rematch for the world title with Jey Uso. Maybe Goldberg will be in the building. Maybe he'll distract Gunther and prevent him from winning the world title. That would be the perfect way to set up a match between Gunther and Goldberg. So I made a lot of predictions in this video. I'm hoping they all pan out and it all goes the way that I said, because I think that would be pretty cool. Gunther loses to Jey Uso on Monday, possibly with a distraction from Goldberg. Then we get Gunther versus Goldberg at Saturday night's main event. Goldberg's son will be there. The crowd will be totally on Goldberg's side. They'll be going nuts. There'll be so much heat for this match. And then when the climax of the match comes, Gage Goldberg interferes on behalf of his father. The crowd goes nuts. Goldberg spears Gunther, jackhammers Gunther, 1, 2, 3. The crowd goes nuts. Confetti falls from the sky. And then Goldberg stands in the ring with his son and maybe the rest of his family, and everybody hugs, and boy, you got the perfect send-off for one of the greatest superstars in wrestling history.